Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. And as usual, we got a lot to talk about today. We already did a sports video. You know, we be all over the place because this is the All Subjects channel. But I want to get back to just Pearly thing. So just recently, she reacted to all the criticism that she justly has been receiving. And that's what I want to talk about. It proves that just Pearly things is the chameleon of all chameleons. She's talking about wife school. I already talked about how nobody should be promoting marriage right now because people don't have the hearts and minds for it, men or women, a lot of them. Like, you got to be selfless to be in a marriage. The minute you get selfless, you're going to become useless over time. And the longer you be with a selfish person, the more useless and the less they're going to do over time. That's just a fact. And that's why people shouldn't be promoting marriage right now until the whole country and the whole world as a whole. Like right now, we dealing in the U.S. You got the passport, brother. You got MGTOW. You got the black pill. You got all these guys who have valid arguments as to why they don't deal with women or why they deal with women a certain way. And they call it misogynist. It's not misogynist for a guy based on his experiences, good or bad, to make choices. How is that misogynist? That's not misogynist. Y'all don't know what misogyny is. So a lot of y'all need a dictionary, a big one. Y'all need a dictionary in your house. Pause. You know? So, but you got all these guys, and we're going to get back to Pearly in a minute, but you got guys that it's like they want it all to themselves. Like, it's hard to trust a person that don't know how to make allies. Like, you're not trustworthy. Like, when I look at a person like that, I look at it like, okay, so everything is about you. Selfish people do not make good friends. They do not make good companions. And just Pearly things prove that she is both. Talking about some wife school. Man, please. I would have said woman. Okay, I'll say woman. Woman, please. Now I said both because a lot of people don't really know what you are. You know, but she proved, and listen, on paper, I'm still married. I'm not legally divorced. But I can tell you in all my years, even my relationships before marriage, which I've had many relationships, just Pearly things, according to her friends and family, she hasn't really had relationships like that, which makes her a grifter. And Donovan Sharp, you don't know what you just talking. You're a grifter. You're a hit dog. That's why anybody that's so offended by that word grifter is because they are one. You can call me a grifter. It's not gonna bother me because I know I'm not a grifter. I know if I ain't nothing else, I'm genuine. If I ain't nothing else, people don't have to figure out what I think. If you around me or you listen to me, you ain't gonna have to figure out what I think. You know, because I'm gonna come out with it, money or no money. So, but she displayed / demonstrated the number one trait that makes her not worth any time in a relationship. And if she's not worth having a relationship with, why the hell is she talking about relationship? A lot of y'all black people, man, y'all you just got self-hate. That's all it is. You listening to somebody that don't even know what they talking about. And it's crazy because she trying to be the female version of Kevin Samuels, but some of y'all that listen to her, you didn't listen to Kevin Samuels. Go figure. So the number one trait that a woman displays that shows that she's just not worth time, money, or anything is vindication. She came out trying to get revenge. Dude, Every man in the universe. Amiri, if you smashing her, do not marry her. Whoever smashing her, do not, because she already proved how she went after Sarah Garvey's channel, how she went after the people in YouTube, and it's funny how people try not to mention my name. I already got 1,000 subs, so what do you can't stop me. I get views on my sports video. I get views on all my videos. You're not gonna stop me by not mentioning my name. So, but she went after Abba and Preach. It's just stupid. When you hear her talk, it's just gibberish. She tried to go after O'Shea. Two channels that I watch. I might not sound like an intellectual, but I am an intellectual. And I watch Abba and Preach, and I watch O'Shea. I tried to watch you. It's like my eyes was on top of my head, like, oh man, this is weak. I believe you bought subs, me to be personally honest with you. And I'll say it. Any of you white people that think y'all gonna try that slavery thing again, I ain't gonna say too much on YouTube, but hey, listen, it's gonna go bad. It ain't gonna go as well as it went the first time. And I'm sure even some of your Sambos gonna rebel against you if y'all try that. I can guarantee you, once that money gone, Angry Man is gonna be gone. Obsidian, I don't know, he kind of older, you know. But Angry Man for sure. If y'all pull that slavery stuff, y'all ain't gonna have Angry Man. And I don't even like him like that. Like, I don't got a grudge against him, but I don't like him like that over the Pearly stuff and over how he was dissing Milwaukee and over how he be bragging. But one thing I'll say in his favor, I don't think he going for that slavery stuff. I don't. But she proved the one thing. She disqualified herself by being a chameleon. You're not listening. And when she talked that stuff, until she revealed her true body count, I ain't trying to hear you. Because if your body count is higher than the women you talking about, why are you even talking? I mean, me personally, looking at how you act, I don't think a lot of dudes mess with you, but I think enough mess with you. I bet you your body count is over 5. Bet you that. But I don't think a lot of guys mess with you because I kind of know how Midwestern. Unless you was the 304 of your school, I don't believe a lot of guys was messing with you like that. I'm from the Midwest. I see these suburban white guys in action, and I see them with their girlfriends, and I know what kind of girls they like. I don't know. You kind of a tomboy. A lot of dudes don't really like that per se. I mean, they like volleyball players. A lot of volleyball players are very feminine, but you ain't. You ain't. And get out of this space. She talking about she ain't talking to black people. Yes, you are. Everybody know, man. Black people watch more YouTube than anybody. Black people super chat more than anybody. Black people are the entertainment factor. Like if you look in the news, Kanye West, what color is he? Whether he want to be or not, what color is he? Jamie Foxx, all these people, all these stories you hearing about, the pop stars, how many of them were black? Michael Jackson. Who had more fans than Michael Jackson any time in history? Michael Jackson had more fans than Tupac, which is another black. And if Tupac was alive, or Michael. I don't even believe Michael Jackson, even though he had his ways. I don't believe Michael Jackson or Tupac, if Axe would agree with just Pearly thinks. Neither one of them. And Prince definitely wouldn't. And who else? Who what other? Whitney Houston wouldn't have. I mean, there's no way. Like, who would agree with her? Let's see. Who I think would agree with her? Maybe Sammy Davis Jr. Who else? Maybe Donna Summer. But most of them, they wouldn't agree with you. They'd have been like, she talking out her ASS. Because almost all of them cuss. Charlie Murphy definitely wouldn't. He would have been like, this B. You know. Come on now. The only audience you have in terms of black people are people that's reacting to you to bury you even more, and people who hate themselves and they hate other blacks. Maybe they got bullied, maybe they got mistreated by their parents, maybe it's some reason why they just come out opposed to blacks. Maybe they got hit with child support or alimony by a black woman. Black YouTube and conversation about black relationships is the gold mine, and that's why you brought your little uncooked turkey looking self in this manosphere. You're not even a man. Okay, we putting women in the manosphere. Okay, let's put the black women in there. Let's put Six and Danica, I am J9. And all the other black women. Let's put them in there first. Because after all, we mainly talking about black issues, right? How are we letting people in that didn't deal with us? I guarantee you, if I could go back to your high school, was some black person that went to high school with Pearl, please come on YouTube and tell everybody how she is. Please. That'll just break it all open. Did she deal with blacks? If so, how much? I guarantee you probably not much. So why is she talking? And you can keep trying to respond all you want. You're just gonna get cooked even more. You gave us even more firepower. Every time you talk, you give people even more firepower. You are not the one that should be talking about relationships because you ain't never been married. And according to your own friends, you ain't been getting down like that. So shut up. Man, you grifting, man. You grifting. Okay, if you know so much, then let me see you get with somebody with status that ain't getting forced by them people. Let's see them get with you just because they like you then. Alright? Till then, just be quiet. You talk to me. Your voice is annoying. You're annoying. All y'all do, let's go into some details about this Midwest. In Chicago and Milwaukee, and probably Detroit too, most of the companies that are predominantly white make problems for blacks. They don't want them around unless you act a certain way, unless you entertaining them, you kissing up to them, you stay out of everything, like you don't voice your opinion on nothing. That's the only way you can survive in these environments, work environments with these whites. And then sometimes they'll punish you for being too quiet. Like when I worked at the facility in Waukesha, I did my work. I ain't talk that much. People say something to me, I'll say something. I took my lunch break in my van, and while the stats were up and while we were having good production, I was the only one that got laid off. And guess how many black people it was? 2. So it was a black woman and it was me. And they laid me off for no reason. So don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I know how this game go in the Midwest. I could get a job easy. Easy. Well, not that easy. Like some of them companies with all of them, they gonna find a reason. Like even some of them, like they'll just send you send an application, they'll send it right back. Oh, we went with other candidates. So don't act like this whole thing is fair for blacks, man. Like y'all know I don't believe in making excuses. But what made me start talking about this is that people just were being unfair. And they weren't being realistic. Like they weren't giving the story in full detail. And full detail is we the last ones hired and the first ones fired, whether we do stuff or not. And that creates and contributes to the nonchalant attitude that a lot of us have when it comes to work. It's not the reason, but it's a contribution to it. You know, it's a contribution to it. Even my sons, like when you get, y'all ever notice how a lot of the black people in management that make management, not all, but a lot of them. Now in Texas, it didn't seem like it was like this, shocking. But a lot of the black people in management here in this Midwest, they be appalled. They be just like the racist whites. If you ain't entertaining them, if you ain't kissing up the right way, they ain't gonna like you. They be just like them. And sometimes I be wondering, is that how some of them be making it into management position? But we gonna come back. You know, we got a lot to talk about. You know, hey, she a chameleon, man. I question y'all intelligence for thinking she really saying something. And I question, like, how you truly feel about yourself and other blacks. I do. Like how y'all watching them. Like the people y'all watching. I got my question. She proves that she possesses the number one, I would say, well, no, it's probably not number one. On some people's list, it would be number one, but a top 5 negative characteristic for women. Vindictive. If you vindictive, you just not a good woman. Like if you be trying to get revenge against your man, you're not that. Queens don't do that. Queens don't do that. You trying to get revenge on your man. You should just leave. No money, no child support, leave him his kids. If you got a problem with him, the kids ain't got nothing to do with it. Just go. Be a team player, go find you a new man and work together to raise them kids. People ain't gonna do that. Ain't none of them gonna do that. They want you to fund their thottery. And it's obvious that Pearly things is no different. She's no different. She probably went to London so she could be dealing with all them black guys in London and her family won't know what she's doing. Because it just doesn't even really make sense why she would even go over there. It's got to be some type of little hidden immoral reason. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. Keep subscribing. Hey, y'all that subscribe to her, man, you should be subscribed over here, man. I could teach you about how you need to think. Because if you got to listen to a kid, like a kid that don't, like I told y'all, I never got into them child preachers. I just don't listen to them. Like even when we be in church and people doing that, man, I don't listen to child preachers. Because in my heart, in my mind, experience is the greatest teacher. something just Pearly things lacks, according to those who know her the most. I believe she bought subs, but knowing American people and knowing people how they think, she ain't buying all of them. But thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.